Okay, I am back, and I am just doing part 3. I just decided to go right into it without even cleaning up. I figure I'll do it while I'm sitting and comfortable and available to make the video. So, as you know, I had to do my 3. I'm going to do my 3 big weapons next. So, this, at least the box claims, is a hunting knife. Now, I'm not sure who would take this hunting, but they're a freaking maniac. But never mind. As you can see, it's an 18-inch blade with, well, the blade is 12 inches. It's 18 inches overall. Who carries an 18-inch knife with them hunting? I don't know. As you're gonna see, though, it's a very nice knife. Again, I don't think many people would actually take this hunting. This is razor sharp. I could probably shave with this. It is full tang. It's very sturdy. It's a lot heavier than it looks, guys. It really is. But I like that. I like some heft to my knife. It makes them feel less cheap, you know. And the greenwood handle is nice. You know, some ornate little designs there. I really like this knife, and it says, can't tell if it's this side. No, I guess it's the other side. Or maybe it's not. What side is it? Oh yeah, it's this side, but you can hardly see it. You're not going to see that probably. It says Pakistan on it, which I don't know if it was manufactured in Pakistan or what. It does look like, you know, the shape of the blade actually reminds me of Aladdin. I don't know if you remember the old Disney show Aladdin. If you don't, then you're too young to be hanging out with me, that's for sure. But they had swords, much bigger, obviously, but they had that same sort of shape. The guards did, you know. Guards! And they'd have these swords with a very similar shape to this. I'm going to go watch Aladdin after this, I think. But one drawback to this knife is the sheath for it. Is a cheap. Well, it might not be cheap, but it is a piece of shit. It's leather, but the leather is aged very poorly. It's just fragile and brittle, and it's crumbling. And as you can see, this was the you know, thing you would button it with, and the button just broke off. Like, you know, this part right here should be here on this side, and then button on. But when I tried to unbutton it, it just broke off, and so it's no good really. And the sheath is just. The sheath actually is so scratchy that it has the potential to scratch the blade. So I don't keep it in the sheath. I don't use the sheath. I just keep it in the box for now. And maybe I'll get a sheath made for it. Who knows? But there's that. Okay. Now, last but not least, or no, not last. Sorry. There's one more after this. But this is definitely the most ornate thing I have. Let me see. Let me get to the box here to show you. It's 20 inches overall. It's a custom designed Bowie knife. The sheath is goat skin. And I'm just going to show you this very quickly because it's pretty cool. First of all, let me show you the handle. The handle is cool. Like, I really like the handle is what actually drew me to it. There were several other of these with the same blade, but they had like more generic wooden handles, and this one was the one that stuck out to me, and so I bought it. Let me pull the knife out, and yeah, that is it, and that is a wicked looking blade. Now obviously this is a fantasy blade. This is not something that would be totally practical. This is not something you would carry with you or use in a fight, although it can be said, if someone broke into your house and you know, needed to, and they weren't holding a gun, obviously, you know, I mean, if you nailed them with this, it would do the job. So all the ignorant people that say fantasy blades can't be used to defend yourself, well, that's not true. I mean, it's a blade, it's sharp, it would stab them just fine. But it's not something, it's not, practical doesn't mean, isn't the same thing as useful. That's something I need to stress. Is this practical? No. Can it be useful? Sure, absolutely. In the right situation, this could, you know, save your life, potentially, who knows. As you can see, it says Frost Cutlery, designed by Jim Frost. I like some of Frost Cutlery stuff. Let me show you the box for this real quick. It's called the Panther Bowie, for any of you who are thinking about getting it from this video or otherwise. And as you can see, here's some of the other ones they had. These are obviously the more generic wooden handles. But then mine, you know, in fact that handle is similar to the Bowie knife I showed in the last video with the rainbow wood. But that's the one, and it clearly says that's the one that's inside. Thanks for that. But yeah, and it's just a really cool knife, and you know, it's something fun to have. Alright, so my last one is, so far, and I should stress this, guys, I've only been collecting since last year, and late last year at that. So my collection isn't super extensive, and I keep gaining more every day. So I'll be doing regular updates. But so far, this is my only full-length sword. And hold on, I need to actually clear a space for this so I don't damage any of my other blades by setting it down on them or something. So give me a second here. There we go. Alright. And yeah, it's a full-length sword. And it's going to be very difficult to get this out. In fact, you're about to see a second of blackness because I'm going to set this camera down and pull it out of the sheath. So give me a second. And you're also going to get dropped on the floor. Alright, genius. I should probably reshoot this because of that, but I'm not going to. Fuck that. So yeah, here it is. The blade is sharp. It's not too hard to hold with one hand. As you can see, it's got like a snake god thing on it, and you know, it's a nice sword. I'm going to be adding more full-length swords and katanas very soon. But this is the only one I have at the moment, and I can't really get it all in shot. It's just not possible for me to lean back that far. But yeah, that's basically all there is to that. It's just a sword, and it's a nice sword at that, but nothing all over special about it, really. So yeah, that... Oh god, I just realized... This is completely pointless, but I'm going to show it just for completion's sake. I forgot this cheap little knife. I never did it. I just realized. This is a really cheap knife I got for like $6 at a trader, and I really liked it because of the camo on it. As you can see, that looks really cool, you know. And I figured $6, why not? And the thing about it is, it actually could be a really nice knife. It locks really well. Like, this is a very strong lock. Like, I have tried to break this lock, and it doesn't do it. Like, it's really impressive. And, you know, it opens pretty nicely as well. But unfortunately, it's brought down by this really shitty handle. It's really the only way to put it. It's like this really, really cheap, thin plastic, the handle. And as you can see, I dropped it one day, and the entire top of it broke off. And yeah, here it is. I mean, it just broke right off. And yeah, so it's a shame. It could have been a really, you know, nice knife. The blade is sharp enough to be, you know, useful. And it looks really cool, but unfortunately it was brought down by crappy handle material. So that's that. I'm going to hang on to it just because it's not completely broken yet, and I don't see any reason to really throw it out, but it's sort of an eyesore now with that broken piece on it. Maybe I'll set it up like this, who knows. But that's it, guys. That is my entire collection. I hope you enjoyed, and I will obviously always be doing updates when I get new things. Maybe not every single time I get something new, but maybe I will. Who knows? Or maybe I'll do it in groups of 3 or 4. Who knows? But if you like this video, please comment, rate, subscribe. You know, let me know if you want to see any of these in depth, and I'd be glad to do a video, even the crappy ones if you really want. And yeah, that's all there is to this, guys. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. And, as always, guys, peace.